Did you know that more than 70% of men would rather do chores or run errands than see the doctor?
That seems aggressive, but I believe it. In fact,
believe it.
Even those who have seen a doctor admit that they haven't been honest in their checkups. That's why UI Health is working every day to improve health through all stages of life. Dr. Michael Charles joins us with more. We're excited to have you put some knowledge on us here today. Why do you think it is that men are more reluctant to go into the doctor?
Why are they so difficult, doctor? Tell us.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And that's a really good question. I think there are many reasons why men might be reluctant to go to the doctor. And I like to break down those reasons into two categories, internal and external. Let's start with internal. There may be some fear with going to the doctor, fear of getting a diagnosis that you weren't expecting. And many men are raised to be self-reliant and they take a lot of pride in that. So going to the doctor to get a physical or mental health screening can be seen as a sign of weakness, unfortunately. And some men believe that going to the doctor when something is wrong is the right way to go, ignoring that routine checkups are a great way to stay healthy and get preventive care.
And there's a little bit of embarrassment sometimes too, right?
Right. Some men may feel that, okay, am I going to take my clothes off in front of this person? Do I have to have questions to ask? So all these things can be deterrents. And as far as external factors are concerned, time, cost of health insurance, or having a negative experience in the past can all play a role.
Okay, and I read that this is an issue because men on average live 5 years less, than a woman. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's correct. That's from a report from the World Health Organization. And you know, if you think of the causes of early death in men, like certain cancers or heart disease, many of them are preventable or manageable if caught early. So it's really a problem if men are not getting their routine screenings done because there are missed opportunities. So skipping going to the doctor means missing out on early diagnosis and the opportunity to get education on lifestyle choices and also preventive care.
So basically, they're waiting until they're at like a crisis level before they're actually going to see the doctor, and they're
unfortunately,
they're not prioritizing. Yeah, absolutely. Also, in addition to that, is men's mental health, right? That's also a concern.
Right. So conditions like depression, anxiety can also go untreated for a long time, again, because of a fear of embarrassment and having to rely on somebody else. So those conditions, when they go untreated, can also be a problem.
And along those signs of, along the lines of mental health, I mean, we hear about how women are so social and we talk to each other and we support one another, and men maybe don't necessarily operate that way, right?
Unfortunately, that's part of the socialization that I mentioned earlier, and I think normalizing the conversation around healthcare is really important. I was recently out with a group of friends, and we took the time to actually check in about health, and I think that sort of open conversation helps to break the stigma.
Look at your friend group.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yes, I love that. I think it's great. So let's say there's somebody who's watching who's saying, hey, that's me, I'm in the 70%. When do you know when to go? When are the stages that you're supposed to be going to the doctor? Annually, I assume?
That's a great question. Annually, I'd say at the least. So every man should go starting at age 18 once a year. And it doesn't have to be this intimidating thing. You don't have to have a checklist. As doctors, we are prepared and we'll walk you through the process. It starts with a simple conversation. We might do some measurements like blood pressure, weight, and heart rate. We'll offer lab work if that's necessary, and also talk about preventive care, including vaccinations, super important to help keep the body healthy. We'll talk about cancer screening and healthy living choices.
And what about men like in their 40s, mid-40s, 50s?
That's also a great question. You're alluding to the screening test and when they're due. So like I said before, starting at age 18 every year is really good because then we can detect anything that comes up early. But around their mid-40s, we might do more lab screening like diabetes or cholesterol screening. In the mid-40s range, your doctor might talk to you about colon cancer screening, prostate health, lung cancer screening based on risk factors and genetics, ethnicity, etc.
So if all guys don't have a friend group like yours willing to talk about these things, how would you go about, I mean, even just the fact that we are talking about it and normalizing it, is that the way we get more men into the doctor's office?
Well, a couple more things we can do to raise awareness. One, Spotlight Chicago is a great idea because we can put the message out there towards men, and if you're not a man, you can encourage the men in your life to go get checked. I think going to the doctor is also an act of love that men can demonstrate and role model towards those in their communities and those who they love. It's a great way of showing up for those that you care about. Yeah, those are some
And
ideas.
I love that added tip too. You told us about how it's good for fathers to set the example for their sons and maybe make them appointments instead of waiting for mom to do it.
Yeah,
which
it's a
is
great way
typical,
to show
right?
that health matters, and I'm going to care for myself so I can be around and care for those who I care about.
Love that. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. For more information, just scan the
Thank you for
QR code on your screen or head to men.uihealth.care. You can also find them on Facebook and